Hello students, continuing our series of process for solving some number of problems on the beams. In today's class, we are going to take up another problem which has been schematically shown in this present sheet. As per the problem definition, you have to determine slopes at nodes 2 and 3 as well as vertical deflection at the mid span of the distributed load. In this problem, they have given the value of Young's modulus E as 200 GPa and mass moment of inertia I as 5 into 10 to the power of 6 millimeter to the power 4. Before starting the solution of the problem, you students have to keep some important points in your mind. Point number 1. The word slope is an alternative word for finding the individual deflection, that is Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, etc. Instead of the word deflection or displacement, in this particular problem they have mentioned the word slopes. Through this explanation, I want to convey this information very clearly to all of your minds. That is, slope and deflection or displacement are the alternative words used in the problem definition, which will help us to find out the displacement, that is Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, depending upon the requirement of the problem. Second important point you have to remember here is length of the element Le, Young's modulus E and mass moment of inertia I all should be substituted in the same unit, that is meter length, Young's modulus E Newton per meter square, mass moment of inertia I meter to the power 4. Third important point. Whenever there is an application of type of load called as UDL, then only you have to find out a new terminology called as vertical deflection or maximum deflection Ymax at the mid span of the distributed load. For this, a separate formula will be there which has been shown at the end of the solution of this particular problem. So students, before solving the problem, you must have to remember these 3 points. First one, slope, displacement, one and the same, even though they are different words. E, I and L should be substituted in same units, that is E Newton per meter square, I meter to the power 4 and length of the element Le as meter. Last point, only when there is an application of a type of load called as UDL, you have to determine a new terminology called as vertical deflection or maximum displacement, which is given by a separate formula that has been shown at the end of the solution of this particular problem. Now, students, we are going to start the solution of this particular problem. The first step is writing down FER. As per the formula sheet, we have the equation or representation of FER as, in this particular problem there are 3 nodes, one at the left end, one at the right end, one at the middle where the UDL is commencing. So in FER we are having 3 nodes, 1, 2, 3. At each nodes there will be 2 displacement. At node 1 vertical displacement Q1, angular displacement Q2. At node 2 vertical displacement q3, angular displacement q4. At node 3, vertical displacement q5, angular displacement q6. Nodes 1 and 2 are joined together to get first element E1. Nodes 2 and 3 are joined together to get the element E2. LE1 is the length of element E1 and LE2 is the length of element E2. Since there are two elements, that is, again you remember this particular shortcut or important point, number of elements are decided by the values of L, that is length of the element given in the problem definition. That is, in this particular problem sketch, there are two L values, 1 meter, 1 meter. 2 L values is equal to 2 elements is equal to 2 individual element stiffness matrix equation. That's it, very clear. Now, as per FER, for element E1, the individual element stiffness matrix is as shown in the particular sheet. K1 equals EI by LE1 cube, 12 for LE1 square, 6 LE1, 6 LE1, numbers written in blue color, 12 for LE1 square, 6 LE1, 6 LE1, numbers written in black color, 12 2 LE1 square, 6 LE1, 6 LE1, numbers written in red color, 12 2 LE1 square, 6 LE1, 6 LE1, numbers written in green color.